Welcome into Hand Raise, guys. I'm Neal. That's Chase. You probably know us by now. We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Same people, same great products, same services, just different names. If you're in the Oxford, Tupelo area, 662-801-1777 for Comer. If you are in the Hernando, Memphis, DeSoto County, South Haven, Olive Branch, I don't know, whatever town up there. Horn Lake, I guess.
That's fair.
662-429-4429. Get in touch with the people at Southern. Same products, same people, just different names because they kind of merged and stuff.
They did merge. That's
how that works. We're in the Clark Ford Studios. Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. The rest is up to you. You can call. You can use that quote and take it somewhere else. Probably hurt Corey's feelings a little bit, but not eat up his time. Or you can do what I've done and what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today, 662-257-1900. Guests will join us on the Rafters Music and Food Hotline, Rafters Music and Food on the Square in Oxford. Burgers, po' boys, appetizers, great beer selection, full bar, the whole deal at Rafters. If you're coming up for Ole Miss Liberty this weekend, make Rafters a part of your weekend. And Chase, what's going on at Oxford Exxon?
Still trying to give away some football helmets. You do that by getting a selfie anywhere on the premises. You just put the Oxford Exxon, the Blue Sky location in the background, and you take the picture. You hashtag Blue Sky Rebels. You tag the Oxford Exxon, and you get automatically entered into a chance to win an official Ole Miss football helmet. We'll keep doing those all throughout the season, and then go into basketball, give away some stuff for basketball as well. So stop in on your way into town. Lunch specials, Speed Pass Plus out. Plenty of different ways to save money and more there with Blue Sky across Mississippi. Just kind of curious, how's everybody feeling about the game Saturday? Neal and I had the conversation a couple times. We obviously did picks and different things. It's a weird game Saturday. Ole Miss so banged up. The freeze angle, whatever it feels like in the stadium, probably not a great crowd for Liberty at 11 a.m. in this week prior to what is going to be absolute chaos here soon for Texas A&M in a week. It's a strange spot, and the more that it goes on and on and on, the more I realize how badly Lane Kiffin would like a bye week right now.
No doubt.
There's nothing about this game that is appealing in any way.
Yeah, I did.
Corey, what's your chili recipe, by the way? He says he's making his famous chili recipe.
I did my chili on Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving, Halloween.
That's a really good Halloween dish.
Yeah.
People coming in and out, cold, just the whole.
We've always done chili on Halloween. Chili or jambalaya has always been our Halloween go-to. I like chili. I like to make chili. I enjoy chili. I like everything about chili.
Thick, thin, beans.
I like beans.
One kind or multiple? Because I like kidney and black beans.
Well, the one that I do is kidney and black.
Yeah.
I can do it with just kidney.
Do you have a suggestion? Do you have a care on light or dark kidney?
Not really.
Okay. I don't know that I can taste the difference.
I don't. From a color standpoint, I like the darker ones. But no,
that makes sense.
Yeah, but no, not really. I do drain the meat after the onions and the garlic. I don't believe in leaving the grease in. Maybe that's just me being weird, but
no. I dry. Yeah, you put in, cook the meat with the onions.
You cook the meat first.
Yeah,
and then you put you leave it in, and then you put the onions and the garlic in, and then until the onions are
translucent,
limp.
Yeah.
And then you drain it, and you put it back in, and then you start adding the fluids. And you have to add a beer.
You think that makes a difference?
Yes, there's no question it does. Because I think I like a little more fluid. I don't want it so thick that it's...
See, I eat mine almost like a stew. It's thick.
You like it thick.
Yeah.
And I like it thick, too, but I prefer it. If I'm having just chili, I'm not having it on a dog or on a burger. I want it to have a little liquid to it.
Okay. Do you add water?
No.
Okay.
No.
Rotel?
Tomato sauce, Rotel.
Okay.
Yeah, Rotel chilies.
Tomato sauce, not diced tomatoes.
You can add diced tomatoes, but I don't want it to be so
that's still
tomatoey.
Yeah.
I want to taste the meat. I want the meat and the seasonings to be the star. Oregano, cumin, chili powder, salt, pepper.
How much chili powder?
If it's just me,
Yeah.
a lot.
Like a lot.
But if it's my family,
you'll KO them a little bit if you do that.
I'll back off a good bit because otherwise they won't like it. Nobody else in my family. Carson's beginning to get this way.
See,
but he's
I
not
like a
quite
ton
there.
of it, but I have a hard time using enough. Every time I'm like, oh, that's a lot, it ends up not being enough. Like I got to get pretty damn liberal.
Yeah, no, I like chili powder, but now, like I said, the girls don't like it spicy. Laura doesn't like it spicy. Carson's beginning to like it spicy.
His palate is beginning to go a little that
but
direction.
We're not quite there. I mean, the McCready in him is beginning to come out in his palate, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But he's close. He likes peppers. He likes jalapenos, and I mean, it's coming along. He's beginning to get like my brother Tim, who will just grab jalapenos and eat them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, no fear at all. Yeah, cayenne pepper for sure, absolutely. Kyle Wilson, he says, thanks for the super chat. First of all, he says, has any coach besides Will Muschamp worked at 5 or more SEC schools? I'm sure they have. Do you think Muschamp would leave Georgia to be a defensive coordinator at Alabama? Ooh. I don't know what Will wants to do. Will's got a lot of money in his pocket right now. He's getting paid
I
from
bet he's
3
enjoying
schools.
life right now, all right.
I suspect Will's enjoying kind of being a dad right now, but I don't know that.
It was going around a little bit today. I know somebody tweeted about it several days ago about whether that 2015 Alabama coaching staff was the best coaching staff of all time. Ooh. The Alabama football coaching staff in 15 had Saban, Smart, Kiffin, Mel Tucker, and Mario Cristobal on it.
That's a lot of talent.
And Billy Napier.
That's a lot of talent.
And Billy Napier. Yeah, like Tosh LaPoy was like the 9th assistant on that staff.
Wow.
He was the weak link on the 15 Alabama coaching staff. From a straight what have they done in their careers, it has to be, right? It's the best coaching staff of all time.
I mean, I'd have to think about it. But
well, yeah, sure. I mean,
but yeah, off the top of my head, sure. Georgia State leads Louisiana Lafayette 3-0. We're waiting for Colts and Jets. I wonder how many of those plaid sport coats Peyton Manning has, like 417?
I bet he almost has like his own closet with them.
Has to be. They all look the same. They're just a little different color.
You got to be kind of pretty thin for a plaid sport coat. That thing looks like a big fat checkerboard quickly if you're not careful.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a challenge.
This has been a big victory week for me because I've been so worried. Here's the truth. I mean, we've done this job where you don't go anywhere, and so you never put, like, button pants on. And it's been hot, so I've been wearing shorts for months.
I mean, seriously, you literally...
I don't go anywhere.
From the job standpoint, you could... If you went to use Zoom only, you could never put anything... Yeah. You could never put pants on.
I've been so concerned for weeks, I didn't even try it on because I was thinking about it. Like, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. The victory that, like, my Blue Delta jeans fit was like, whew, thank God. Because I was a little stressed.
Were you really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Corey says Chipotle and ancho chilies, cayenne. So he's warm.
Yeah.
Coriander, cumin.
You know the thing about, like, if you put Chipotle and ancho in something is it actually is really good, but it can make it a little sweet.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it just gives like it depends on whether you like it like that. But I don't mind it like that.
But I don't sweet in that and barbecue sauce, either one. I really don't have much use for. Like I will. There's very few things that I'm going to like intentionally put brown sugar in, for example, to sweeten it up for the most part.
There was a dish that my mom used to make when we were kids, and it had both barbecue sauce and I think probably a little brown sugar in it. And when we were kids, we loved it. And she made it once when we were all adults. And I remember going, oh, no, that's not what I like anymore. Your taste buds change. Like, it was way too sweet.
Really?
Yeah. And when I was a kid, it was fantastic. Like, you'd go back for bowl after bowl of it.
Somebody said taco pie or chili pie. Probably chili. But I can go either way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with either one of those.
What's the difference? What are we talking about? What's taco pie? Is that with the
that would be more. That'd be like essentially taco meat instead of chili. Like, say if you had like Fritos and cheese and everything, it would be either you can do like the chili pie, or you can do like taco pie. So you're either using chili or using taco meat and sauces.
Oh, I'd probably rather have the chili.
Yeah, I think so.
Grind, thanks for the super chat. My friend, he says, asked it before the season, so let's see if anything has changed for y'all. Rank the likelihood of these upsets happening. FSU over Florida. Michigan over Ohio State. Auburn over Alabama. Mississippi State over Ole Miss. Oklahoma State over Oregon. All right, I'm just going to do like the 1 to 10 scale real quick on all of them because otherwise my brain's not going to do this functional thing where I'm ranking. Okay. Florida State over Florida is like a 4.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4.
Michigan over Ohio State.
I go 3.5 because it went 1 out of 3. They're not winning it.
Okay. Michigan State over Ohio State. I'm still like a 2.
Michigan over Ohio State, you mean?
Yeah, Michigan over Ohio State is like a 2.
Yeah, they're not.
A 1 or a 2. Auburn over Alabama. 3.5 to 4. It's in Auburn.
You think it's as likely for Auburn to beat Alabama than Florida State to beat Florida?
I've covered that game enough. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a point less on it than you are.
Mississippi State over Ole Miss. You guys are not going to like what I'm about to say.
6.
I was about to say a 6.
Yeah.
I'm scared about Ole Miss's health, man. Oklahoma State over Oklahoma.
They have a real puncher's chance to beat Oklahoma.
I'd go a solid 5. So, Grind, I'll let you do the ranking.
And you can tell us where we're wrong, Grind. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let us know.
But it's close. The one that I would say is the likeliest is State over Ole Miss today.
Yeah.
I got to see Ole Miss get healthy. I'm a little concerned about hearing that Kiffin supposedly on his radio show thing said that a lot of the offensive guys didn't practice at all this week.
Well, I mean, I told you on the teleconference yesterday, he said 9 of 11 starters from the beginning of the season didn't. And while we kind of go, okay, sure, we know they're banged up, think what that means. To get to 9 of 11, if he's telling the truth, that means even one of these 3 didn't practice, James, Broker, and a running back. Because that means only 2 of 11 did.
Yeah.
So that means even one of those 3 dudes have had some sort of issue.
Because it's the 3 receivers, Matt,
Ben
the tight
and
end, and then guard, center, guard.
Yes.
See, I think Umana hurt his hand the other day.
Okay.
So it's guard, center, guard, quarterback, tight end, that's 5. The 3 receivers is 8, and somebody else.
Yeah. So it has to be a running back or one of the tackles. Maybe Ely's got something banged up. I don't know. Because I would assume he would be the running back that they would be talking about.
It's conceivable that they just held Ely out of practice because they wanted to get him well.
Where are you running the half at, Joe? What half's next week? Yeah, I just don't buy Harbaugh beating Ohio State. Nah.
No. I'm down. I'm done with that. I've got a list of things that I'm done with after Neal's picks this year, and picking Harbaugh to win a big game is one. I'm out.
To me, chili is a soup. I just want the chili. Like, you can do some crackers or something if you want to. How many people out there eat either the spaghetti or the mac and cheese in it? How common is that?
Oh, you're talking about like that Cincinnati chili.
They do the spaghetti in it.
Mac and cheese?
Yeah, some people do mac and cheese.
Like they take it and put it inside the chili?
Yeah, eat it together, however you want to do it. I don't do it. I'm just... Those are the 2 other common things I always hear with chili is people do spaghetti and mac and cheese.
Well, I'm today years old hearing mac and cheese and chili. Carson and I have been to Cincinnati a number of times. We always say we're going to go into Skyline, and every time we look at it, we're like... It
looks disgusting. I'm out.
Like, why would I waste a meal on this?
Yeah. Brian and I discussed it one day when you were out on the podcast for a little while because he lived in Cincinnati covering the Reds.
Yeah, did he have it?
He'd had it, but he gets grossed out because, I mean, all you do is you walk in and do the how many ways do you want it? And it's cheese, but it's not just a little cheese. It is literally like 4 handfuls of cheese on top of it. Not melted, just shredded cheese.
No, we walked in and watched.
Yeah.
And we both kind of looked at each other. It's cheese, spaghetti.
What's the other thing I'm missing?
You have it 5-way, which is
Hold
spaghetti, cheese, onion. Is that peppers? I don't know.
Is it peppers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just got their menu up right now. I mean, people in Cincinnati swear by this crap. All right, so beans.
Beans. Duh.
A 3-way is spaghetti covered with chili.
That's what she said.
Yeah, and cheese. 4-way adds onions or beans, and 5-way adds onions and beans.
Okay.
It's the spaghetti that actually bothers me. And I'd like less cheese.
Yeah.
But if you want to throw a little cheese on there and some beans and onions, okay.
But it's cinnamon chili.
Yeah.
Which is like no. See, it's no. No, it's no.
To me, it's kind of like when they go, have you ever had Detroit pizza? And they go, no, for a reason. No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, at the risk of pissing people off, that St. Louis style pizza with the crackers and that
I have a best friend who swears by it, so I'm not going to use his name because he gets mad at me every time.
I've had it, and
it's awful. Emos.
You know what? It's Emos, and you ought to put it on top of the Magnolia Bowl trophy and just serve it up.
It is terrible.
And go, here, your life sucks. Go for it.
It's really, really bad.
Ryan says people eat chili over rice.
I've never heard of that either. Yeah, what's the... okay.
No, Pete, it's not. I've had it, and it's not good. That funky cheese that they put on it is just... Ugh.
About Skyline?
No, I'm talking about the damn Emo's Pizza from St. Louis.
No.
It's just not good. And St. Louis has some fantastic like Italian restaurants, but the pizza is just no. Because you could go into any one of a number of Italian places there and get the wood-fired pizza that would be delicious.
Yeah, Emo's. I mean, it's very rarely a bad pizza. Like most pizza is fine. Like it's hard to screw up pizza. Most pizza is very average. And then you have some really good pizza and you have some great pizza. Emo's is absolutely the worst pizza I've ever had. From a restaurant.
I'm with you.
From a restaurant.
I mean, you're not going to get an argument.
I don't know. I mean, God, he's going to kill me. I don't know that I wouldn't rather have like a Totino's party pizza.
Well, I know I would.
It has kind of that crackery thing, too.
I was going to say I'd rather just go to Little Caesars and get one that's been sitting there in the thing for an hour and a half.
Under the hot lamp?
Whatever. If I'm going to get disgusted, at least I can get disgusted for $4.99.
Pizza. The cheesy bread and the whole the whole deal. I'm reading here for anybody who wanted an explanation that didn't understand what we were talking about. It says St. Louis style pizza is a very thin cracker-like crust made without yeast. The common use of Provel processed cheese.
Yeah.
And pizza's cut into squares or rectangles instead of wedges. So it's crap cheese on a cracker. And then whatever toppings you would like to go from there.
So you wonder why Midwestern people are all so big. It's not just the cold. It's you're eating gobs of processed cheese.
Well, they do a lot of that. Some say Ed Emo, founder of a prominent chain in St. Louis, was a tile layer and cut his pizza accordingly. Others say it's a practical measure that seeks to keep the thin crust from cracking under the weight of the toppings.
Mm.
If it can't hold my toppings, then we need a new crust. The whole purpose of the crust is to hold the toppings.
You a big cheese person in general?
It adds to things, but I'm not like I don't ever necessarily want it. I mean, look, if I'm sick or something, a really good grilled cheese, I'm all in.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I'll add it to whatever. I mean, I'd rather have a cheeseburger than a hamburger. But I'm not really big into like putting it into chili or stuff like that. Like I don't necessarily need it as an add-on just in every single thing that I eat. I mean, and I like really sharp cheese.
I do too.
Like really sharp cheddar and things.
Kenneth, thank you for the super chat. He says, I couldn't eat pizza in the States for about 4 years after having it in Rome in 2010, I bet. I couldn't believe how good it was. This will probably shock you because I'm scared of food and calories, but the place that I'd love to go overseas is Rome. I'd love to go to Italy.
Oh, no, I get that.
And just eat in Italy. I would completely disregard diet for like a month.
They eat well. They don't eat a ton. Their portions are small.
No, they eat smart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
All right. Pete's message got flagged for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
It's an interesting hill to die on.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that. I mean, kind of depends on your age at that point, too. Like at this point.
I don't mind white bean chicken chili.
No, I like it fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. You can put like the green tomatillo sauce in it to spice it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Actually, Emo's does kind of remind me of school pizza, now that you say that.
Oh, it kind of does. Emo's reminds me of when you're completely you're broke and you're at home and all you have is some saltines and some sauce and some bad cheese and you just melt it in the oven.
Whatever you have, you try to turn it into like homemade bagel bite almost. Like, hey, we're going to.
With saltines.
Yeah, we're going to.
Stale, bad saltines.
I've got. Again, I'm not going to give his name away. I've got a buddy who, I've told you this, he sends me text a lot when your former co-host of SEC and Beyond goes live because it always says 0 or 1 viewer on Twitter, and I'll get a screenshot of it or whatever. But he pointed out today that if you look behind him, all those files, all the papers and all the boxes of papers, and what that potentially could be in there.
Yeah, no telling.
It says no doubt his garage has has just boxes of papers somewhere in it.
1978 Toledo.
Well, that's what I responded. I said, I guarantee there's a 1986 light bill in there somewhere. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Grind says Cincy fans are planning a protest for College game day. Either boo and curse the whole time to drown out the talking heads or duct tape their mouths. Good idea. I don't know what Cincinnati's complaining about. What'd you expect?
I get that it's frustrating. I understand. Because you beat Notre Dame. Like, you kept going, hey, we'll play somebody and we'll get you in.
And Wisconsin.
I did. Yeah, it's like, what do you mean to do? I get it.
That their problem, and look, a lot of people don't get this, and I don't know that I'm crazy about it. By the way, that both teams, both the Colts and the Jets, are committing uniform atrocities tonight, and it.
Oh, what are the Colts doing?
What
are the Colts doing?
I don't understand.
The Jets, okay, so you are. But
it's fine.
What are the Colts doing?
This is wrong. I'm going to need a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a second.
You were expecting the blue and the white. Blue tops, white pants, white hat.
And I thought the Jets, with a really nice color combination, would go with the white pant. With the green stripe, it's a great look with this jersey.
I don't like how they've gone so dark and Mac-like. Instead, they're more traditional green.
Yeah, those pants are basically black green.
Yeah.
And I don't like the all blue at all. This is disappointing. Unless this is their way of saying we shouldn't be playing on Thursday night, which I understand.
If you're going to make us play on Thursday, we're not.
We're not going to wear the good uniforms.
No, those are terrible.
The Jet uniform is just awful. It's just awful.
The Colts are worse given what the Colts could be in.
No, that's more than fair.
I think that's the key here.
Could Cincinnati beat Michigan State? No. No.
I think they would get leaned on quite hard.
All right, we've had people telling us that this is a color rush thing.
Oh, they're doing the color rush thing? Well, then it's dumb. Then do a better color rush thing. Because the Saints color rush is like some of the best uniforms in football. They're white. The white on white with the gold hat.
Oh, it's a great look.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're in the NFL. You got to get it right. I mean, I get it, Zach. Zach says it's color rush Thursday. I'm sorry, but you're in the NFL. If you're going to do color rush, it's got to be good.
The Colts are bad.
It's an awful look.
That was a really bad.
And that's why he dropped that interception right there. If he has the white pants on, he catches that.
He didn't look good enough to feel good to play good.
That's right. Totally on him. Elijah's in the game. I think he got a start tonight.
Did he?
I think so.
We have a little bit of weird uniform thing going on with ULL and Georgia State.
Sunbelt gets excused for bad uniforms. You're in the Sunbelt.
That's what you do.
Absolutely. It's just you wear bad uniforms.
Okay.
I mean, there's Under Armour and Adidas and God only knows what else.
You wear Russell Athletic or something.
You just wear what you wear. You're in the Sunbelt. I'm not holding that against them the way I am the NFL.
Georgia State's pretty clean, actually. Nothing wrong with their whites. Fine.
Not much of a crowd there in Lafayette on a Thursday night.
I mean, for a 7-1 team, it's been kind of anticlimactic a little bit. And the one loss is Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still running through that. Hold on, Matt, I love you, but you love what Kentucky uniforms? Which ones? You're going to need a ruling here. Because Kentucky can screw them up faster than anybody in the league.
It's why they lost last weekend. The white on blue with the checkerboard thingy.
I still don't understand ever the checkerboard thing.
I don't either.
It is a dominant mark of somebody in your division.
No, one of your big rivals.
Yeah, and you're copying it.
It'd be like Ole Miss ringing cowbells.
Yeah, like
where you'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Makes no sense.
Where would Cincinnati rank in the SEC West and East?
All right, let's do West.
Yeah.
Alabama would kill them. Texas A&M would kill them. Auburn would kill them. Ole Miss would beat them.
Yep.
Mississippi State would beat them. I think Arkansas would beat them. It'd be really close.
You think they'd go 0-7 in the West?
And I think right now they'd beat LSU.
You think
so
they'd go 1-6 in the SEC?
So let's do the East.
And my gut tells me they win one of the other games. I don't even know who, but 2-5.
Georgia would kill them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Florida would be a really close game. Kentucky would be a really close game.
That's all that beats them is Georgia for sure.
Tennessee would be a good game. They would destroy the other three.
On the right day, they could go 6-1 in the East.
Whoever finishes 7th in the West this year would finish 2nd in the East.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. You think Florida or Kentucky's beating Auburn? Is Florida or Kentucky beating Texas A&M? Ole Miss?
I mean, we know Kentucky can win games. It's just when they look bad, they look awful.
No, the last couple of games, they look bad in Starkville. I don't know how much of it you watched.
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
They look bad.
Oh, what's Missouri wearing?
White jerseys, gold pants. I'd have to see.
Well, that can be okay.
Yeah.
I know you're a Mizzou fan, so you would probably tell us if it was.
I put this one. Jay says Georgia would tear their arms off and beat them to death with them.
That's
fair.
It's true. Georgia in this offensive era has frankly become like kind of a really fun team to watch, just because you don't see this very often, and it's.
John says, "Get out of here with spaghetti and barbecue." Good God, amen. What are we? I'm glad I missed some of that.
You don't want to do spaghetti and barbecue?
No, God, no.
Like pulled pork with barbecue?
No.
I mean with spaghetti?
No. Barbecue doesn't belong on noodles.
Also, hey, Missouri, you're revealing a uniform. I don't need a minute and 27-second video to see your uniform.
Well, not when you're like, what are they, 2 and 37?
Just give me 10 seconds.
What's their record? They've won like 2 games and they've lost
like
12 or 15 or something.
Well, they're doing a Squid Game parody to show their uniforms.
When you suck, you don't need to do that stuff at the end of the season. Just say, here's what we're going to wear to our loss on Saturday. You're going to Georgia to get beat by 50 points. Does your uniform really matter?
Is that when you're going to pull out something different?
I mean, is that really when you're, hey, here's what we're going to wear to our own funeral?
I mean, you have black. You
it's
ought to wear
tone
it.
deaf. I mean, hand-raised guy in the room goes, guys.
They're good and we suck.
We're going to get killed.
Okay, so they have like 10 different uniform combinations, and they're playing Squid Game, and I guess like one's going to survive at the end, and that's going to be the uniform that Missouri's wearing.
Yeah, whatever Georgia's wearing is going to survive at the end.
Okay, I'd like to see it in color instead of this stupid tint they have going on right here. But I don't Adam, I tell you, I don't mind this. I don't think this is not terrible.
I can't see it.
I know I'm sending it to you, but just scroll to the
63-0. Did OBJ go to the Saints? It's too late, right?
Shut up.
Someone's saying something about it.
The trade deadline's passed, unless they picked him up off waivers.
Well, they could have.
Stop. No, we're having a good day. Everything's fine.
Do I have to watch this whole video?
Can you just scroll to the end or close to it? It's a terrible video.
Okay, I don't hate the uniform.
It's fine. It's actually it's better than their normal uniform.
It's actually not bad.
It's better than their normal uniform.
No, they should use that more often. I like the top.
The white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the mascot in. I don't mind that at all.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's a lot of work for that video.
Now that somebody was trying to earn a paycheck.
No, I don't hate the uniform at all. That might stop them from losing by 56 and just lose by 49 instead. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's strong. Good for them.
SEC and beyond is still a thing in AU fan. Go check it out. You'll double the listenership.
Is he still doing it with the guy from Atlanta? Or is he by himself now?
I don't know. I get one screenshot a week. That's all I got. That's all I get. I don't know. And I laugh every single time. He knows that it cracks me up, and it laughs every time. This week it was just like the screenshot, and then like the emoji that just goes, holding up the number one.
It's perseverance.
Yeah, it was. It's something.
It's $200 a month. I'll never get back.
Adam says we don't have normal uniforms, different every week. Speaking of Missouri, that's true. That's true.
Ole Miss, by the way, going navy gray. That's Kiffin admitting this isn't a big game.
Hey, what are the old men swear? Okay, yeah, fine. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Sounds good.
Those guys that I won't let in the building, what do they want us to wear? Throw them a bone. You know the old guy?
Yeah. White Sox 1987.
Is that when they wore the shorts?
I thought the shorts were before that. Was it not?
I don't know.
I thought one of Kessinger's years they had the shorts on. I feel like I've had those pictures from stories I've read in the past.
Ralph Garr was from North Louisiana.
Yeah.
And he played on those teams. So we would always see White Sox pictures in the Ruston Daily Leader. And you'd see him with the collared shirt, kind of the collared jersey, and the shorts.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that.
Pete says, who sits out this week? I'm going to guess Mingo, Sanders, Drummond, Rogers, Brown.
I'm going to guess Warren plays because, by God, he has to.
Okay, I'm going to go the opposite. We'll see who's right. I'm going to say
Umana will play.
Umana plays, Warren doesn't.
Okay.
And Umana plays guard.
And Ramsey plays center.
That's my guess.
Okay.
And I'll guess that everybody
Which means
else
Pearson, Plumlee, Jackson.
And I'm going to predict that you see John Rice Plumlee playing some quarterback.
I think that's fair.
Heard it from enough people to think that it's probably true.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair summation.
Yeah,
so
it'd be a big day for a lot of people. Navy blue jerseys and John Rice Plumlee playing quarterback.
So
and Hugh Freeze back.
Seems like old times.
God, it's like a trifecta.
I would really laugh. They would like show that really bad like Chevy Chase Goldie Hawn movie from like the 80s. It all seems like old time stuff on it. Somebody asked for that whole staff from Saban 15. So it was Saban, Burton Burns, who was a running backs coach, associate head coach.
Yeah, good
I actually
coach.
don't even know where he's at now. He is – never mind, I have this. He is the running backs coach of the New York Giants right now.
Okay.
Bo Davis was defensive line coach. Well aware of Bo over his tenure. Kirby Smart, Mario Cristobal, Billy Napier, Tosh Lapoy, Bobby Williams, who was a former head coach.
Yeah.
Mel Tucker, Scott Cochran.
Mm.
That was the coaching staff for
Strong
Alabama
staff.
15. Team that won the national title. Their one loss being Ole Miss in Tuscaloosa. The blue on gray, the navy is my least favorite jersey. It's fine. Just don't go Brewer and wear it with the powder helmets.
Yeah.
Then it's like a bad Grizzly.
At first, when you
uniform
said
at that
Brewer, I
point.
thought you meant the Milwaukee Brewers, and I was like, what does he mean?
Yeah.
Kenneth says, thanks for the super chat. He says, my God, I hate the Navy jersey. Just wear the red. It's so much better. The red jersey with the gray pant is a much better look than the blue jersey with the gray pant. It just is.
It is. Feels more traditional. John says salt and roasted jalapenos. Trust me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Sure.
I've gotten where I put the pickled jalapenos on damn near everything.
That's your favorite pepper?
Not necessarily, but yeah, probably. I mean, I like a lot of peppers.
What were the other peppers we got in the unboxing a few months ago? It was jalapeno and what? What was the hotter one?
The habanero.
No.
Wasn't that?
No, S. Crap.
I don't know.
It was incredibly hot. Like, I had a hard time with it. And I don't mind hot stuff, but that's really going to bother me now. Shishito peppers.
Oh, yeah. I like those.
It was in something that was very hot.
You ever just done those as a little side dish?
No.
So you
I know they're supposed to be kind of mild, but
olive oil, salt, and pepper, roast them in the oven, and make like a dip. Can be anything from like a ranch to a
just whatever, hummus, even whatever.
Yeah, really good.
Okay.
I like banana peppers.
Yeah,
I do.
Lee will not steer into the skid, but using styrofoam cups tonight would be really, really funny.
That would be so funny.
Never do it.
He won't do it, will he?
No. But
This would be the night to have a special.
to just
Embrace it fully.
yeah. Oh, it was Serrano. You're right. Never mind. It wasn't shishito. It was Serrano pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Shishito peppers are really good, by the way.
Yeah.
They're mild and good.
Yeah, it was the Serrano.
Yeah, John says they're the thing. Do it. I could completely agree. As like a little dip almost. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, the fans are supposed to wear red, whatever. That doesn't bother me. Liberty's road suits are okay.
The white on.
Yeah, white on blue usually. It's fine. I don't know if they'll have the white or the blue helmet up
I
here.
don't know.
You're not going to pull it down for
Do you want me
Liberty
to?
Week?
Okay.
Trade them out? Okay.
Got our Liberty helmet here.
It's got a lot of dust on it. Neal has not taken very good care of the Liberty helmet since we brought it into the studio.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but they lost to ULM.
They did.
Chase and Neal, thank you for having me on.
Yes, Hugh Freeze.
Can't see. I had to change my screen so I can see. There it is.
I don't think I asked him to sign it. I'm pretty sure I did not. I just asked for a helmet.
You did not ask him to sign it.
Just asked for a helmet. A ghost pepper nugget does not even sound sort of enticing, like at all.
No.
Like I have
No. It just hurts yourself.
Yeah, I would like a white helmet better, but we'll take the blue. It's fine.
I'm a little upset at some of my friends in coaching who I've asked for a helmet from.
And just haven't gotten them.
No, like Kane told me he'd send me a
But
South
I mean, you got
Alabama.
that thing in like 3 days.
I
I
know.
mean, Hugh got on
know.
that bitch. Like it was done.
Lydia wants to know when the Iowa helmet goes right back to its rightful place on the shelf. I mean, soon.
It is kind of down there on the bottom by
But
itself
it's been
right
a
now.
devastating couple of weeks. We went from being a national title contender to we're going to be lucky to make the Holiday Bowl. It's just upsetting.
Quarterback plays abysmal.
Yeah, the quarterback plays bad.
Yeah, it's a ghost pepper, which is too damn hot, and it's a nugget, and I'll hate all nuggets. We've been over this. You can't have a nugget if you're over 10 years old.
Agreed.
Eat chicken. The strip is much more adult.
Get wings
That too.
like a grown man.
A lot of adults eat boneless wings.
That's a nugget.
It's a nugget.
I love wings, man. I mean,
It's one of your 3 or 4 favorite foods.
like this weekend, I'll probably eat wings at 3 meals.
Well, you really?
Yeah, I love them.
Look, we've been over this. I know you don't agree, but I'm just telling you.
Avery, it's a nugget. A boneless wing is a processed nugget.
Yeah, if it's not, then what is it? It's not like they take the meat off the wing and then repurpose it.
No, it's just like
way.
it's.
No, I knew you were exactly here for the bad nugget takes. We've been over this. We've been around. We've been for a long time. We
Here comes the fight.
If I'm using chicken thighs for a dish, okay, but like a fried chicken thigh, get the wing all day over the thigh. I have no issue, no deal with the thigh there at all.
Are you breast over thighs?
Yeah, I know it's boring. I know it's a white meat thing, but yeah, I'd rather have the breast. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean a Buffalo Wild Wings boneless wing is a nugget with sauce on it that has been processed in probably the exact
Then
same
God
way.
only knows where the meat came from,
And
or if it's even meat.
it's the one flaw in my argument is it's not like a chicken strip necessarily like was just not processed at all off the bird either, but something about the strip is more palatable for me. I'm just telling you, it is more adult. The wing is like the most adult, and then the strip, and then the nugget.
You can really dry out a chicken breast, though.
Oh, it's a hard thing to cook.
Yeah.
It's a complicated grill. And like I never eat it. Nobody like whatever. I don't know where I would get it necessarily unless I guess I could go to Popeyes, but you have to stand in line for like the 4 hours there on Jackson. But if you're doing like that, like fried chicken instead of grilled. Jim Lawrence says, I have no interest in eating around bones and tendons. I understand that. You're trying to trap me, Avery. I know it. I get it. I mean, look, I give you credit. So when you go to a kid's birthday party and they have a Chick-fil-A tray of nuggets, you just don't eat?
Fair question.
I will grab one. But, and I like Chick-fil-A. This has nothing to do with the taste of it. Chick-fil-A drives me crazier than any of them because of how small they are. Like, it's not even a bite. Like, you're just too damn small. If they were bigger, I would be better with you.
That's what she
Will,
said.
like I mentioned this morning too, there are people out there that keep Captain D's in business. I don't know them, but they exist.
Can you imagine?
What, Captain D's?
Yeah.
You don't want the stuffed crab from Captain D's?
No.
It came off the boat yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet it did. It came off a boat.
As a kid, I liked it.
I did too.
Just like the fish fillet thing.
Oh,
I mean,
we used to get it
flaky
like,
goodness
in Ruston.
back in the day as
in
a
Ruston,
kid.
like Captain D's or Long John Silver's or something was a treat.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a super chat. I don't really want to answer it, but UPS Shaggy says, Neal, did you ask Landry to do a show or did he ask you? He asked me, why did you lose money? Because it just was a disaster.
Advertising was not sold.
I couldn't sell it. I thought at first we could sell it. I couldn't sell it. Do I dislike him? No, I don't dislike him, but I didn't want to do the show much anymore. And once the show became a situation where I was being disrespected, I didn't feel like doing it any longer. There was nothing in it for me. Did Elijah score a touchdown?
I don't know. Did he?
I hope so. John Barrett, thank you. He says, just because of chicken parts conversation. Thank you, John.
You know, the batter is not bad on the Captain D's, like the fried.
Oh, he
fish.
did. He scored. Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, the fried fish. It's just stay away. Like don't go in and go. I want the stuffed crab and the tilapia. Like where? Because that's like the lower level when you go to Red Lobster and you pick up the menu and it goes, "Here's our fresh catch specials." And
Nothing got caught fresh.
It's like the salmon or the tuna today.
Yeah. It's like when you go to Kroger, they're like, this is fresh tuna. Caught 2 Thursdays ago off the coast of Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to get seafood fresh, go to Bonefish, okay? Like, do that. Go to Bonefish and get it. We did miss you on the board, Jen. You come back.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Jen back.
We have plenty of specials. You can come hang out.
His wife wants to know who's going to Long John Silver's.
I never was around a Long John Silver's very much. That was not one that I knew much as a kid. Captain D's was all around me.
What was the chicken place you went to as a kid?
Was
it Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, Amory had a KFC.
Did y'all have like a Church's or a Popeyes or?
I mean, Neal, I can rattle off what I did have in like 4 seconds. I mean,
we had a
Church's. Corey call, he can tell you all about it.
We had a Church's and a Popeyes, I think.
We had, and I actually need Corey to call tonight. Corey, if you're listening, call in to help me with this. The KFC, I want to say, had like, they did a buffet there for a while. And it had like other things on it too. It seems like
whoa! KFC had a buffet?
Yeah, yeah. The KFC in Amory had a buffet.
Oh wow, that's fascinating.
In a good way or a bad way?
I'm trying not to judge. I'm just trying to think about it, and that sounds
all
so
the mashed
foreign
potatoes
to me.
And corn and biscuits and chicken and
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do like some Popeyes. There's no doubt about that. Popeyes is great. I don't ever eat it, but I love it.
For the people who want hardcore football content in podcast form,
it is not tonight.
Tonight I am going to put up the MPW Digital pregame show in podcast form. So it'll be 3+ hours of podcast. I'm not going to do it every single week because that sort of defeats the purpose. But there are some people who can't listen to it or don't listen to it who are like, what's on it? So I'm going to let them hear it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, good.
I'm looking for the number where I can put it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
And that might have been what it was. It might have been maybe it was a Taco Bell KFC buffet combined. That does ring a bell now that you say that.
So you could just get all the tacos you wanted and the chicken at the same time?
I think so, if I remember that correctly. I mean, it's been a minute, but you're judging now.
Yeah, I am.
You are.
I really am. Yeah, I'm judging.
You're judging. Oh, look, when you're a kid, the Shoney's breakfast bar was a treat. Nothing wrong with the Shoney's breakfast bar. Almost as good as the hot fudge cake from a Shoney's.
We'll call Corey back.
He call?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's telling us to open the phone.
Lots of people wearing. Corey, how are you?
What was the buffet? Was it KFC and Taco Bell?
Am I live?
Yeah.
Y'all
Yes,
do that.
you're live.
Y'all normally say, "Hey,
Yeah, no.
Corey,
No,
you're live."
I knew it was you, and so I opened it back up. So you guys had a buffet of Taco Bell and KFC.
Was that right?
Yeah, I think so. But
Well, can I ask a question? Was this sponsored by the local like heart doctor? Or what was the deal?
I mean, it was. Look, I got fat for a reason. I had to lose this weight for a reason. And like Western Sizzling, Chase, you remember that?
I do.
Where the
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah.
restaurant is now?
Yeah.
That was a staple. I mean,
Where
you
the
went in
Mexican
there and
restaurant.
every night. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, macaroni and cheese, salad bar, just so
Soft
you
serve
could make
ice
your
cream,
salad.
Corey.
Yeah, soft serve. I mean, this was like Ryan's before Ryan's. I mean, this was good.
It was kind of like Bonanza.
We had a bonanza.
Yeah, it was kind of.
But it was all. It was kind of. I don't even think they did anything in the kitchen besides serve the buffet. I don't think you could order anything. I think it was like you paid like $8 and you got the buffet.
Neal's making fun of the fact that you said the Mexican restaurant. Is the other one still open over there?
No, it's not open anymore because it's shut down. They can't find workers, and they're going to serve alcohol like that. But like, so we're all just like, come on, man, open.
That's
and
the one that used to be like, was it Garibaldi's?
Yeah.
Wait.
Teddy Corner.
Wait.
Corner
Stop.
from Hunan.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Y'all are going way too fast. So the Mexican restaurant was named Garibaldi's?
Yeah.
What was the Italian restaurant name? Jose's?
We don't have an Italian restaurant, bro. I mean, this Amory. We're not.
There was that Italian restaurant for a little while downtown. What was it called?
Which part of
The Oasis?
Which part of Mexico did the Garibaldi's live in?
I don't know who owned that establishment. Corey might.
I don't either. But I don't want to get serious on you, but we cannot have enough workers to do the Mexican restaurant that the guy owns right now to open up the Mexican restaurant that's going to be the street tacos and the bar. And all
I get all that.
So is there alcohol at the other one?
Hold on,
at the one everybody goes to?
Because Jen and I are on the same page here. She says Mexican food without margaritas, F that. And
we were dry, Neal. It wasn't allowed.
How did it survive? What did y'all have with your...
But it was the only place open after church. Like the most Amory thing of all time is to go to church and go eat Mexican food. That is exactly what I mean. There is a mad dash. Like there's people that go to this church as opposed to that church because of what time they get out and they can get food at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that was like a turf war. Was who would get out of church a little earlier to make sure you fill in the restaurants.
Yep.
Well, we don't have a lot of options. Okay, like even in the heyday, you only had like 5 or 6 options after church. That's all you got.
And now Pickles on the Hill's closed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Really?
not open on Sunday either.
I didn't know that.
No. That's like Subway or Mexican after church.
Pickle Barrel still do their buffet?
No, I don't.
Okay, see, it's all gone.
No.
Okay.
Hey, first time, long time. How is everybody? Y'all
Yeah,
good?
we're lovely.
Oh, we're
Just
good.
hanging out.
Just good. It's been a day. Been a full day.
Do you eat spaghetti or mac and cheese with your chili?
No.
Thank you.
But now let me ask you something.
Yeah.
This has always been a point of contention with me. I like spaghetti all mixed up. I don't like the noodles and then the stuff on top and then you eat. I like it all.
So you like it better on day 2 after it's been mixed together and thrown in the fridge overnight?
Yes. 1,000%.
Neal's confused again.
No, I know I'm. So when you have the leftover pasta and the leftover sauce, you just mix it all up together and stir it up?
Yeah. It does the same thing in your stomach. So why are you wasting time?
Yeah. I'm completely out.
I mean, all you're doing is mixing it together once you put the sauce on top. He's just saying he just takes his fork and kind of runs it all around. And
I understand that. It reminds me of like the cafeteria food at Hillcrest Elementary at that point.
I'm not a huge second-day spaghetti guy after it's been marinating on itself.
You're
Are you meat sauce or meatballs?
I don't care either way. Sauce probably.
Either way, yeah, I'm good. Either way, it doesn't do anything good for my body, so I'm gonna be regretting it the next day, regardless. But yeah, I'm good. So who's out this week? Are we going to be able to play?
Well, on Wednesday they were missing 9 of 11 offensive starters.
Was Matt Corral one of those?
He did not practice, but he will play this weekend.
It's my understanding he has not practiced this week.
Okay. So y'all think he's going to play?
Yes, I do. I have
Neal said, though, Plumlee's going to play quarterback.
I have a feeling Plumlee's going to play some quarterback.
Well, the old timers will be happy about that.
For sure.
Do you like the navy on the gray, Corey?
I just killed a raccoon. Literally just ran over a raccoon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I would prefer the best uniform to me is the powder with the red with the gray pant.
Oh.
But the powder helmet, the red jersey, the gray pant. But if we're going to wear the navy helmet, I like the red jersey underneath it.
It's a traditional look.
I don't like I would hate the powder helmet with the navy jersey. I think that would look awful. But no, I talked to my buddy Sam, who is the offensive line coach at Liberty. I talked to him this week.
Sam Gregg.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete DeWeese talked about him in the pregame show.
He didn't get into any specifics. I got a middle finger texted back to me when I said, hey, buddy, take it easy on us. We're hobbled. I got a middle finger text back.
They're bringing Rufus back this week, too, for the Letterman's thing.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, he's like the former player doing whatever this week.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there.
What are you doing?
Going to George Strait tomorrow night in Atlanta.
Okay. See where your priorities are.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't know they were going to schedule the game at 11.
You can get back.
Kick it at 6. I'd have been there.
You can get
I'm
back.
not trying that.
Leave at 5 a.m.
No.
You'll pull right in.
Not a chance.
Yeah. Who's the opening act?
Not a chance.
Who's with George?
I can't remember. If you said it, I'd know. Eric Church, maybe?
I don't know.
I'm not going for that. I'm just getting told. I'm getting pointed in a direction and going that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But y'all, you know, I'm be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about a new product that y'all.
We'd love for you to.
Not a new product. Y'all been doing it for a while. It's near and dear to my heart. It's people need to think about what y'all say and go with it, because I mean I'm doing it right now. I've got them on. Everything stays up. They're clean. Everything.
I didn't know where we were going.
You know, works where it's supposed to. You know, I mean, these dead Soxies are impossible to beat.
Which ones you got on, Corey?
I've got on the old school. Like last year, I bought the Ole Miss selection of them. They're like a red with speckled blue.
Okay.
But there's no, you know, they don't. You know, sometimes there'll be like fur develops on them. That's not happening. They stay up like.
They seriously do stay up. Like, I know we say that every day, but the damn things never fall down.
They do. They really do.
Hey, by the way, everybody, while we have Corey mentioning Dead Soxy, it's the score sale back for this weekend's game. However many points Ole Miss scores, Dead Soxy will match that number as a percentage discount up to a max of 60. If Ole Miss scores 38, promo code will activate for 38% off, 52% off. It's going to run.
See, Chase, I need a clarification on this, because I'm really going to use this if we score a bunch of points and buy stocking stuffers and Christmas present stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chase said 38 means 35 in the podcast earlier, and you can fact check me on that. He said, he was like, if they score 38, you get 35% off. And I was like, well, does it round down or up, or what are we doing here?
Well, it would have been me.
But whatever they score is the exact amount off.
Yeah,
that is correct.
That would be if they score 42, it's 42% off. If they score 59, it's 59% off. The only difference apparently would be if they scored 67, it would be 60% off. They're not max is
69 is 60% off too.
Yeah, 69. Even though that would be really nice, would be a 60% discount.
That is correct. Yes.
Chase, you do a good job with these ad reads. I
appreciate it, Corey.
To let everybody know that
they work sometimes.
They do. That
one did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I'm wearing them right now, like for real.
Good for you.
I am.
All right,
guys.
Hey, real quick, Corey.
Hey,
real quick. I don't want to put you in a bad mood to let you go, but I'm just curious. I saw you jumped in the thread but didn't say anything. When does this whole car business get back to normal?
Man, I don't know. It's a weird thing to. I mean, it's inside baseball, as y'all say, but our expenses are nowhere near what they were. So everybody's kind of doing good on the dealership front. I had 8 vehicles come in last month, which is abnormal because normally I would have about 40, but all 8 were sold before. You go to a car dealership and they've got these, like, the pin has got the stock number written on the windshield.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's stock number 210 whatever. That doesn't happen anymore because everything coming off the truck's already sold. So we have no holding costs. It's a weird thing. Like I don't know to root for it to go away or I mean,
is there the chance that just
the other day, and I'm rolling around in a 190,000 mile truck right now because I don't have anything to drive.
Is that potentially just the future that you go in, order your vehicle, and it gets to you whenever it gets to you?
I think I don't want to out him, but a guy that we both know asked me to comment on it on that same thread, and I think it's going to be a hybrid kind of thing. I think that we're going to have a bunch of different, like, examples, like they're going to give you a $3,000 rebate to wait 120 days.
Gotcha.
I could see something like that. But yeah, it's the best of times. It's the worst of times. But everybody's getting by. I don't know how a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think the small dealer benefits more than the big dealer does. I don't have a staff to support like a dealer in LA would have to keep X number of people fed. I don't have that many people. So I think I'm getting by better than the bigger dealer would.
Casey wants to know if Ford is going to go to order only on the F-150.
No, and that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think that's the case. Is that Casey from Natchez? Asking.
Yes, I think so.
My man, good customer. No, I don't think so, but he did that. He had to do it. He had to wait. He had to, I think I told him it was going to be 3 or 4 months and it ended up being 5 or 6. I think that if they could come up with a way to Amazon Prime this stuff, they would. I'm not a logistics guy. I can't tell you how they do that, but I think if they could cut lead time down to about 3 weeks to 5 weeks, that we would go there, but I don't think they're ever going to be able to do that. I don't. Because car buying is such an impulse thing. You kind of know what you want when you see it. So I've always said to sell 2 Mustangs, you've got to have 20. And I think that's still the truth. I think you have to have an abundance of different options for somebody to go, that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see it ever going there, but there's people a lot smarter than me that make a lot more money than me that are going to make that decision. So
right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, Chase, did Hatley make the playoffs in football?
Hatley's made the playoffs in football once ever, Corey. That's it.
Felt like a rhetorical question there. It was almost like he knew the answer.
He had a hunch. Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, they played Amory this year.
Let me tell y'all, before I go, let me tell y'all, your boy Roe. I went to a football game at LSU, and we ended up standing next to each other in the bathroom. And everybody knows Roe, and Roe's the best guy ever. Amory guy, Shannon guy. Roe is the best guy ever. But somebody said, "Hey, Roe, man, I remember that game you beat LSU." And it was, "Oh yeah, man, that's a good game. That's a good game, man. That's a good game." And so he gets done and he's washed his hands and he gets out of there and somebody said, "Oh man, that pass you called against Deuce, that was Deuce Stussy. That was great. That was great." "Oh yeah, man, yeah." And first of all, I was soft as Charmin in high school. I didn't have anything to do with what I was about to say. But he's walking out the door and I said, "Hey, Roe, what up? How many times you beat Amory?" "Oh, Clark, man, come on now." That was great. That was great.
We had a caller call in the other day that was on that 96 Ripley team the other night.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
They ran the same play 50 times that night. It was Rico. I think it was
Rico McDonald. Yeah.
Behind Kendall Simmons.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was 7 yards. 7 yards. I remember we beat Shannon 30-28, and I think Ripley beat us like
it was about 10 or 11. Yeah, it was like somewhere in that.
There was
11, right?
There was a cap on the points because Shannon had beaten Ripley like 40-something to 3.
The cap was 12,
like 10 or 11.
Yeah, the cap was 12. I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
and I remember the last high school football game I ever played, and I was a sophomore. We played at Corinth, and it was like 4 degrees. And LP Spence was I think he was the running back, the middle linebacker, kicked off and returned punts and kicks. That was a different dude right there. That dude stood out. He was the best high school football player I ever saw.
Really?
In high school. LP Spence. Yep.
Gotcha.
Safe travels, Neal.
Later.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate you, buddy.
Later.
All right, phone line's open if anybody wants to call. Jets are running all sorts of like goofy trick plays.
I mean, you're the Jets. And
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, go for it. Have fun.
Backup quarterbacks in. I mean.
Yeah, because this guy is the backup quarterback, and something's wrong with his hand.
Oh, he's hurt now, too.
Yeah, yeah.
So who's the quarterback in now? Josh Johnson.
Number 9.
Yeah, Josh Johnson.
Where's he from?
For some reason, did he play in the league? I'm kind of blanking out a little bit. No, University of San Diego.
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, I didn't know him. Not to be confused with Jeremy Johnson.
I knew it wasn't Jeremy Johnson, obviously.
Did you cover Kendall Simmons?
Yeah,
already gone?
Yeah, I did cover Kendall. Yeah, he played when I first got there.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah. He was a good guy. He literally just punched the ball out, the guy for the Colts did. Threw a punch at the ball
And hit it,
knocked it out. Yeah.
The internet said USD is where Johnson's from.
University of San Diego.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Chris Bryant's alma mater.
Yes. Apparently Chris Bryant's not going to be re-signed by the Giants.
What's he going to do?
I don't know. Buster Posey retired today. Did you see
I
that?
didn't know that.
Like, still sort of quasi-prime. Walks away.
Good career.
Gotta wonder if something's up.
That's interesting.
Like, is everything okay?
He's a hell of a college player.
He was a hell of a major league player.
Yeah.
I think he's a Hall of Fame player. Buster Posey was the best player at his position for a decade.
Yeah, there's still Halloween candy around. Somehow did not go through all of it.
We don't have any of that, thank God.
You didn't have any?
No, because that's my weakness. Like, late at night, because everybody goes to bed before I do. Well, Carson goes upstairs, and Laura goes to bed, and I'm still up. And if there's candy or something around, that's going to be really tempting. Yeah, it's going to be bad tempting.
Makes sense. This is crazy. Somebody just sent me this. Career history for Josh Johnson. You ready for this?
Sure.
He came in 2008, okay?
Yep.
So he's been around for 14 years. Bucks, 49ers, Sacramento Mountain Lions, Browns, Bengals, 49ers, Bengals, Jets, Colts, Bills, Ravens, Giants, Texans, Raiders, Redskins, San Diego Fleet, Los Angeles Wildcats, 49ers, Jets.
Wow.
That is his career.
So it tells you a couple things.
As my buddy said, does he live out of his car at this point?
It tells you he's a hell of a good guy. That's why he keeps getting good jobs.
They want him in locker rooms.
Want him in locker rooms. Tells you that he's a smart guy. He can learn the offense. And it tells you that he doesn't have an NFL talent skill set.
He's a 4A
He's a 4A guy who's a great guy and smart.
And when you got to pick just some dude, you'll take him.
Yeah, as your emergency quarterback. The guy who has no ego, who steps into the locker room and understands that the other quarterbacks are better than him. Because a lot of backup quarterbacks think,
there are worse things than that dude then.
Oh, sure.
He fills a role. Wow, that is an insane.
Well, no, it's why you teach people, hey, be a good teammate, be a good guy. Don't be a you know what.
That's
mini Reese's are not my downfall because you spend so much time undoing them that you have time to think about the fact that I don't need this.
It takes too much effort.
It's exactly like crawfish.
It's the crawfish of candy.
Yes. It's the big king size Reese's that are the killer. Because once you get it off, it's like, oh, this is great.
Do you feel like any of them have a better ratio than others? Because there'll be slightly different chocolate peanut butter ratios depending on the size of the Reese's.
I mean, size matters.
It feels like the regular traditional cup is the preference.
Yeah. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, guys, it's Jarrett.
Hey, Jarrett.
And Ptolemy from the board told me that he really missed me calling in last week and that I absolutely needed to call in tonight to compliment Chase on his shirt.
Okay. Yeah, it's a
nice shirt.
It is a nice shirt.
You got the second best of the three, so I'll give credit where credit's due, I suppose. I don't have access to free stuff to send you. I have to pay for it, so I'm just gonna get
out. What it is. Yeah. We all have pluses and minuses.
Wait. Jen says Snicker eggs.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
You ever had a Snicker before?
No, never had a Snicker egg. I knew there was a Reese's egg.
Yeah, around Easter you can get the Snickers egg.
Oh, wow.
You all in on that now?
I'm interested.
The Reese's egg is one of the best. It's the chocolate to peanut butter ratio on it is perfect. So I had a question put for after LSU that I thought of during the week. I didn't get to call in last week. But the Auburn game kind of maybe threw some water on it, but I'll throw it out here anyway. So, Neal, you remember like a couple years ago, we were talking about like running backs versus offensive line, and I forget what coach it was, but as an Auburn coach told you that he'd rather have like a great running back and an average offensive line.
Yeah, it was Huenal.
Than the other. Huenal, yeah, that's right. And so after the LSU game, I was thinking like, okay, maybe that kind of played out a little bit in the LSU game, right? Because our offensive line kind of beat up, maybe not so great, but the running backs played really well. But then against Auburn, not so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, did what you saw against LSU maybe think like, oh, maybe he was right, and then against Auburn, like, maybe not? Or
I didn't think the backs played overly well against Auburn for whatever reason. I mean, but, it's that thing, though, where while it's true, and I understand what Neal's saying, and obviously he knows a hell of a lot more about offensive line and run game than any of us do.
But he played with Herschel Walker.
Yeah. And it also is the line still has got to be competent. I mean, a back can't just be surrounded constantly and get hit 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I think at times against Auburn they had some OL competency problems. As I think to have the argument we're having the discussion that the line is at least a war of zero in the process.
Yeah, there was one fourth down where like a defensive lineman didn't even get blocked.
Yeah, there were just some issues along that line that I thought, something like that.
Yeah. And on the receivers thing, I mean, like, I know we have a depth issue, but wouldn't the majority of teams, if they lost as many guys as we had, be having problems to a certain extent? At least?
You lose your first three receivers, absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The question with Ole Miss is not, should there be a fall off? There absolutely should be. The question is, how come none of the young guys can get on the field?
When Kippen alluded to it being even line up and formation issues.
Yeah, because the guy who had Stetson Bennett take for a couple of weeks ago. We
Yeah.
we were talking about it. He was like, I mean, most of our receivers are out, and it's not that bad. And I was like, well, your backups are probably a lot better.
It's also
than
a
ours.
totally different offense.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well,
All right, Jarrett. Good luck to your Falcons.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
You too.
See ya.
Let's see.
What?
Barry says, I hate to say it, but I think I just got legitimately worried about this game.
Because of what?
I guess because he's worried about all the injuries and stuff.
I mean, I think it's going to be relatively close. I don't think they're going to lose. I don't think you're ever going to be in such a situation where you're panicked about them losing. But I do expect it to be kind of close.
Yeah, I think it's a 14-point game. Vegas is pretty good. They've got it at 9.5. That's about right. I'd take a 10-point win right now if you're Ole Miss, right? If you offer Lane Kiffin,
You're just trying to get out of
you
there.
say, hey, Lane, 31-21, nobody gets hurt. You good?
Done. Not even thinking about it.
Yeah, he just jumps at it. Hey, who do we have?
What's going on, guys? Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, what's up, man?
Oh, man. Just got home today. Oh, what y'all got going on?
We're just winding down a long Thursday and watching Georgia State
and ULL, baby.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome. I'm trying to teach a 10-year-old, 11-year-old now how to label 13 colonies on a map.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. That's up Neal's alley. That's his
You should have hired me. I'm good at that.
Well, the tricky part is they've got 14 states on there, and they want me to put 13 colonies on there. I'm like,
oh,
okay.
Oh,
I mean, I know the states, but it's hard teaching him that.
Have you had to learn your capitals yet?
Oh, good Lord. I hope I don't have to teach him that one.
Neal
good with
feels
capitals?
probably confident in all 50. I mean, I would assume I would get most. Yeah.
I think I'd get all 50.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
I might get about 30.
Oh, you only get 30 of the capitals?
And I've been to every one of them. And I mean, except for, the two that ain't directly, right here.
Yeah, sure.
You've never driven to Alaska, I take it.
No, I haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii, but I've been to the other 48. So.
Gotcha.
You've driven through the other 48?
Yes,
wow.
every one of them.
What's the prettiest state? Prettiest state in America is?
New Hampshire.
Ooh.
Oh. Ugliest state in America is?
Illinois.
Yeah, I can see that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was expecting you to say New Jersey for some reason. I don't know.
Jersey is not bad on the coast.
Uh-huh.
It's beautiful, and they're really laid back. And Jersey's only bad on 95. You get off 95 in Jersey, and Jersey's actually a great state.
What's the most underrated state in America?
Mississippi.
All right, other than Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Man, it's a lot of the southern states, actually.
Yeah.
Tennessee, probably. Tennessee's underrated.
Jen Lauren says, hey, she's upset at Illinois. Hey,
I can vouch for what Corey said about the cars coming in being sold. I don't think I've hauled a new car in the last couple of months that wasn't already sold when I got it to the dealer.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, they're on back order. So when I get there, used to when I pull up at the dealer, everybody's running and hiding, not wanting to come check the cars in. Well, now they're running out there to me, trying to get the cars away from me as I'm unloading them.
We see all this about just products, whether it be cars or anything, sitting in warehouses or out in the middle and wherever in California. Is there a shipping trucking issue that's causing some of that? Like, how do the trucks factor into that?
It's a chip shortage.
Yeah,
computer
right. Is that all of it?
That go into them?
Yeah, right.
They're manufacturing them, and they got off-site places that they're renting and storing the cars. As a matter of fact, one thing we're doing right now is we're taking some of the cars back from the storage lots to the manufacturer. So because I guess they've got some chips in, and they're going to chip them and then ship them out.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's a big ordeal, and that's pretty much what's going on. I think next year we're going to be hauling 21s, 22s, and 23s at the same time.
So you think the glut's going to unleash? It's going to be like just a floodgate?
Yeah, when it releases, it's gonna flood pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I think they're got a place in Kentucky that they're going to start making the chips.
Well, that'd be a huge deal.
I don't know how long it's going to take them to get that off the ground, though.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we might have this problem solved by the time they, do that.
When you headed back out?
Oh, Sunday.
Oh, okay. Quick.
I got lucky and got me a load to Memphis.
Okay.
So I just come on home for the weekend.
That's what I was thinking, because I thought last time I talked to you, you said you were going to be out for a while.
Yeah, I was going to be out till Thanksgiving when I got dispatched a load to come to Memphis. I said, well, I'm 60 miles from the house. I'm going.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I will.
Well, hey, safe travels, all right?
Get in here and let him fill this map out I just traced over. So, yeah, have a good night.
Good luck with that,
Tom.
bud.
Good night.
Thanks.
Excuse me, that punt return got called back.
That's what I was wondering.
Napier lost his mind.
Really?
Got a penalty, yeah. We have any insight on the Mississippi Raiders arena team? I don't.
I did not know there was a Mississippi Raiders arena team.
Announced today. Excuse me for coughing. I'm sorry.
Where are they at? Where are they located?
Either Jackson or Vicksburg. I can't remember which.
Okay. I remember when the Fire Ants were in Tupelo. I've seen the Memphis Pharaohs play in Tupelo before, too.
Oh, but that was exciting. Hey, who do we have?
It's Casey from Natchez.
Hey, Casey, what's up?
Oh, man, just enjoying the show. Neal, how many words have you spoken today?
I wouldn't even begin to know how to put a number on that.
Listen,
you were pre-recorded on at
10,000?
least some of that, though.
I pre-recorded with I recorded with Jeffrey yesterday at midday, and I recorded with Pete last night, and then I recorded with
Thanks, Jen.
I recorded with Ryan. I recorded with Ryan today. I did Butcher Butcher versus Spin Instructor today. What else did I do today? Our show this morning.
Yeah.
And then I did Ben yesterday. So 3 of those interviews were yesterday.
That's still a lot.
It's a lot of talking.
He doesn't want to talk on Fridays.
Yeah, I get to Friday. Like tomorrow, we're driving to Fayetteville, and I'm hopeful that I get to sort of sit in a certain degree of silence. Carson is not a morning person, so that will be easy. It'll be whether she wants to talk to me a lot. And she probably will, and that's okay. We'll talk.
So real quick about Corey, my truck actually did not take long. My brother's was a little bit longer. It wasn't Corey's fault. It was the chip thing. But I'll say this, and then I'll get to my question. I've bought a couple new 50s, F-150s. Every few years I'll get a new one, and I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not just saying it. Like, Corey was by far the easiest and best deal there is. And I bought them out of Dallas. I bought one out of Florida. But, I mean, y'all need to, if you're serious in a vehicle, you need to give him a call because it was just super simple.
You know what? You're exactly right. We have 4 of them in our house, four Clark Fords, and you're right. He's great. He's easy. The service is fantastic. I mean, it's not for me that
it's a real thing.
There's no better truth than advertising. I mean, there have been so many occasions with the girls, who are off at college, where they get back they're home for a few days, and they're like every other college student in the world. Their car gets severely overdue for a oil change,
the whole deal,
and he just handles it. And it's such a gift to have that, and he does that for people besides me. So he's just
I wish I was a little closer so I could get in on some of that. But anyway, he's fantastic. So I think y'all might find this pretty interesting. There's an Ole Miss receiver, a former Ole Miss receiver. He's from Natchez, great guy. He's a customer of ours. And we were talking, when he comes in, we'll talk Ole Miss football and different things. And I asked him about the injuries, and he said something that was interesting. And, obviously, I'm a nobody. He would know way more than I would about it. But we talked about the injuries, and he said that he thinks a lot of it is not just the scheme, but like how fast we go, how tired we get, how many plays we run. He said it's one thing that can kind of jump up and get you, especially the skill positions.
Yeah, it's also the hardest position. It's one of the reasons. Though I asked some people about this today. A lot of the young wide receivers, it's just learning it where they understand it well enough to go fast. It takes time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because you don't have time to think. It's just got to be reactionary. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like those, the sports engines, those drag race cars where they're super fast and just a beast when they work. But if one little thing goes wrong, it can mess up. But anyway, China Royal ought to put on a coupon for freeze this weekend. I know that's low, but whatever. Enjoy the show. You have a good night.
All right, later, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, Bobby did coach the Fire Ants. That's correct. Will played for him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, had a lot of local dudes on the Fire Ants.
I bet they did.
Yeah, it was a sight. I've seen a lot of weird minor league sports in Tupelo. The T-Rex were pretty good for a while. The hockey team, soccer, baseball.
Let's see. I'll put the phone line back up. I do think next week there's a kind of a re-energy.
Yeah,
Ole Miss wins. A&M comes to town. There's more energy.
It feels like a lag after the loss.
Well, this should have been the open date. This was supposed to be the open date. This was supposed to be completely dead. This is forcing a game. Do I know a good bar to go watch the game in the morning pre-wedding festivities up there? I don't really know the area well enough. Supposedly there's a lot of really cool restaurants and bars and that kind of thing in that Bentonville area. But I don't know. I've only been to Fayetteville for one game day, like not covering Auburn or Ole Miss or Alabama or whatever. It was 2 years ago I was there when they played San Jose State and lost. And there really wasn't anybody there. There was no excitement at all.
Forgot about that.
And I have no idea what to expect this weekend. I think a lot of stuff sold out and that kind of thing, but I don't have any clue. The weather's supposed to be great. I think it's supposed to be great here too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like 62 and sunny is the temperature up there. So for the game, it's a 3 o'clock kick, and I think the weather's supposed to be awesome, which is good. We're in the tailgate thing at the Cayo house and all that, so I don't know, whatever. I'm just kind of along for the ride.
You're not planning.
No, I just need to make sure I find a place that serves beer. It's really my plan.
That's the goal.
Yeah, the goal is to, hey, we're at the stadium. All right, where's the beer? I do want to watch Mississippi State a little bit.
Oh,
I'm curious to see them because we're going to be talking about them a lot. So I'm going to get I think in many ways, and I've convinced myself this is like a justification, in many ways I think it will help because we'll be talking about State a lot, and I'll be able to say, well, I saw them play in person, and here's what I saw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that part's interesting. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, Neal, Chase, how y'all doing?
Good. Who's this?
Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick. Look, I was going back through some, I guess, old podcasts. Maybe it might have been podcasts. I'm not sure. It might have been a hand raised guys. I get backed up sometimes, but I noticed that you were talking about you and your son, like in your, he plays soccer, and you take him to soccer, and you was talking about how he's a Chelsea fan, and then you're a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
And that was interesting.
Fan is strong.
Fan for me is probably a little strong, but Technically, yes, but now he is definitely a big Chelsea fan.
Okay. Well, you know, I'll be remiss if I didn't say that I got a little excited when you said you're a Tottenham guy because I'm a big Tottenham guy, and I wanted to bring up do you keep up with any? You know, you see the news with them firing Nuno and bringing in Antonio Conte.
I did know that they brought in Conte. I know that they played today, and I knew that the team that they played had like a couple of red cards, was a total disaster. But that's about all I know today because today's been just crazy for me.
Well, it's been disaster since Nuno's been there because, I mean, he's only been on the job for like 3 months, 4 months, something like that. And, you know, that got me thinking, so that's why I called in, like, that would never happen in America. Like, you wouldn't fire a coach 3 months into a job.
Mike Price says hello, but for the most part,
for the most part, right.
Well, I mean, come on, there was, closets and whatever.
It would take a personal scandal of some sort. Yes,
absolutely, yeah. But honestly, I really would like to have Pochettino back, but I'll take Conte. He's going to bring that Italian attacking style.
Yeah,
just give him a little time.
Carson used to get really mad at me about Pochettino because the first time that I saw Pochettino, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know his name. I just knew he was the coach, and he was wearing a blue sport coat. And so for the next however many years he was the coach, he was Coach Blue Jacket in the house.
Oh, really?
And Carson would just get so pissed off. He's like, that's not his name. And I was like, there's Coach Blue Jacket. We got this under control. And he would just Carson would get frustrated with me. And then a couple of years ago.
He's perfect for Dylan. But, in my opinion, he's perfect for Daniel Levy because, he's a penny pincher. And he's not spending what Man City and Chelsea and Man United are still spending now with Ronaldo. But Pochettino just got the best out of guys. He's just dudes.
Yeah.
They're just dudes.
What's going to happen to Harry Kane? Are they going to lose him at the end of the year? What happens?
Well, the general manager, I don't know what you call it over there, but here it would be a general manager in football, NFL football terms. He just put him on blast. This is about the club. The questions he took about Harry Kane, he was point blank. It's about the club. It's not about one player. And I thought that was very, very interesting. I think Harry's gone. I think they're going to, they're not going to get the 150 to 120. They might have to take less than 100. And, Harry Kane's having his worst season.
Yeah.
I mean, as a professional player.
Because he's not as effective as Son is right now.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I expect Conte to bring that Italian offense attacking system in, so we'll see where it goes. Anyway, also, it's how long has that Liberty helmet been up there, Neal? I thought that was an Iowa thing. Iowa helmet.
Yeah, Liberty just got here today. We've had it for a while.
Liberty's been sitting on the top shelf since the week after Freeze was on the podcast.
I need to turn it to where you can see Freeze's signature.
Yeah.
Right there.
There it is. All right, man. Y'all have a good night, bro.
Thank you. What did I do? Jen says, "Look at you, Neal. What did I do?"
I don't know.
Maybe the soccer stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. I actually I watch some soccer. I'll turn it on Sunday mornings. I'll come in here and watch. I'll turn on soccer while I work on 10 Thoughts.
I would make fun of Carson for being a Chelsea fan, but he's a Cubs and a Thunder fan, so it's hard to really really get on a bandwagon there when it comes to that. It's.
Carson will fight you to the death over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It would be completely unfair to call him a bandwagoner. That's totally unfair. I mean, Carson will talk to you about Darius Baisley and Josh Giddey right now. So no, there's absolutely no bandwagon in him. He might be loyal to a fault. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Gron, what's up?
What's up, my guys, man? Just heading up to Birmingham, about to link up with the family so we can head to Atlanta and catch this flight to Houston.
Oh, you heading to A&M?
Yeah, man. We going to the A&M game for a little family trip.
You gonna tailgate beforehand? What's the weekend?
Are you gonna join the cult? What are you gonna do?
Okay, so look.
Hey, listen. Hold on. Hey, listen. When they offer you that Kool-Aid, okay? listen.
Man,
you gotta. I don't care how thirsty you are. You gotta say no. You don't know what's in it.
Look, I sent them a text message. I was like, "Hey, if y'all brave enough, we can go to the midnight yell to get familiar with the stadium and the campus."
Ooh.
And my grand and my mom was like, "We can do it. Let's go." I don't think they understand what it is.
It would be an experience.
It's by the way, it's called the midnight indoctrination. So just be aware.
I mean, man, to be like, we usually do this with first year coaches because I mean that's when expectations are the lowest, and we got a whole bunch of other events planned around the game and stuff. So
yeah, so you had something in mind. What are we doing before the game? What's the weekend?
Well, I'm not necessarily sure what they doing, but I got one of my partners stay out in Houston, and I'm trying to see some big booty strippers in Houston. That's just my style. I'm gonna link up with him on Friday night and see what they doing, and then on Saturday we'll probably hang out in College Station. The game at 2:30, and then afterwards we'll probably hang out in Houston, go to a nice little steak spot, see what they doing. But one Friday night or Saturday night, I gotta hit the strip club with my friend, man.
So here are the according to the Atlantic, these are the 7 signs that you're in a cult. 1 is opposing critical thinking. 2 is isolating members and penalizing them for leaving. Emphasizing special doctrines outside of Scripture, seeking inappropriate loyalty to their leaders, dishonoring the family unit, crossing biblical boundaries of behavior, and separation from the church. Those are the things to be watching for. So remember that when you're in College Station.
So you're still sticking with that with A&M? You still feel good about it after reading the signs?
Yeah.
Man, I was outvoted. I said we should have went to Penn State. They was like, "No, we're gonna go to Texas A&M," and I was like, "All right." I was outvoted by the family.
So I saw your post earlier. You can't get the family to do the fish fry for Thanksgiving?
Man, what? Chase, are you crazy? Hell no, I can't. Hell, man, what? No, man. That one, I don't think that'll fly over. That won't fly over.
So, just traditional, turkey, ham, normal stuff? What are we doing?
Yup.
Okay.
You already know. Just about, every other 50
sure.
million households in America.
Yeah. You like dressing or stuffing?
Neither.
Oh.
Neither. I mean, I'm not crazy about Thanksgiving, man.
It's the most overrated holiday.
I'm not crazy.
It's so overrated.
That's why I want to do a fish fry.
Thanksgiving's typically been traditional, but we usually can get a little more latitude at Christmas. We've done different stuff throughout my life at Christmas.
Which is one of the reasons it's a much better holiday.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on that.
I mean, here's the deal. We've talked about this before. If turkey and dressing were so damn good, then why don't you
eat it more?
Why don't you make it on a random October the 2nd or March the 13th? Why?
Yeah.
Why don't you never wake up?
Cranberry sauce.
Do you ever wake up on a random day in February and go, you know what would be great today? A turkey and dressing and some cranberry sauce.
Neal, you're so right, because it's a reason why it's not called Turkey Dressing Tuesday. It's called Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, you wake up and you think, you know what would be good tonight is some tacos.
Pine Belt, do you have dressing year round? And I do. I like dressing, but I never think about it. I like it a lot, but I never think about it at all.
By the way, as you go, other signs. The group displays an excessively zealous and unquestioning commitment to its leader.
Well, now that
yeah.
Yep.
And whether he is alive or dead, regards his belief system, ideology, and practices as the truth with a capital T, as law. Another sign: questioning, doubt, and dissent are discouraged or even punished. So go to Midnight Yell and tell them you think this Jimbo thing's not working out. Let me tell you how. Mind-altering practices.
A&M is suspect.
Oh, so we'll go tell them that on Friday night. Let me know how it works out. Mind-altering practices are used in excess and serve to suppress doubts about the group and its leaders. The group is elitist. Remember how they pulled away from you guys in the press box, Chase?
Yep.
The group is elitist, claiming a special exalted status for itself.
Hey,
Its
I
leader.
did some research on like their little coat. You know that like their little cheer is like the little whoop cheer.
Yeah.
You know, you can only say that if you're an upperclassman. You can't say that if you're a freshman or sophomore.
Oh, see. The group.
That's not weird to y'all. That's like if you couldn't say War Eagle if you weren't like, you know, a junior or graduated from Auburn.
The group teaches, grind, or employs that its supposedly exalted ends justify whatever means it deems necessary. This may result in members participating in behaviors or activities they would have considered reprehensible or unethical before joining the group. Subservience to the leader or group requires members to cut ties with family and friends and radically alter the personal goals and activities they had before joining the group. I mean, this just feels like Texas A&M right here. The group is preoccupied with bringing in new members. That explains their recruiting. Preoccupied with making money.
That explains their recruiting.
Expected to devote inordinate amounts of time to the group and group-related activities, which explains like those little dance things that the yell leader does when he does the hoo and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is all right there. This is textbook stuff.
Well, one thing and another thing I find weird about A&M is that A&M used to be an all-dude school, but the thing about A&M is you're supposed to kiss the person whoever you bring to the game. That's suspect.
Well, I mean,
that's suspect. But man, look, I don't know. It seems like Ole Miss, like, maybe I'm tripping, but I don't know why Ole Miss fans like even work. Like I got Ole Miss 44, Liberty like 23, something like that, man.
It's just the injuries. It's the injuries. They're so beat up on offense this week, and Lane's telling everybody that everybody's out and might not play and all that. It's got people freaked out. And then you have to understand, speaking of just kind of bowing to leadership, you have to understand the reverence that some still have for Freeze and the fear of losing to Freeze and all of that. It's a lot of it. If Liberty's coach were this cat at Georgia State, this would be a completely different deal this week.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
And my last thing, man, about the college playoff. So y'all basically saying y'all understand like Cincinnati's frustration. Y'all just not really trying to hear it, like it's because what they saying is that like, man, I don't read and listen to some of their stuff, man. They basically saying that, you know, like if you're a team that, you know, that's not going to get into a playoff, you should be crying about how this is an injustice every time, you know, you go somewhere and all this other stuff. And I'm like, man, no, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's my thoughts on the whole Cincinnati thing. If they're 13-0, by the time they get there, there will be some other losses. Some other stuff will shake out. Things will happen because things always happen in the final month of the college football season. It's never going to go just by chalk. And we'll see, but look, and Chase talked about this, the people that make the rules are the people who are going to televise the games. They don't want Cincinnati. And so it's going to have to really work out for you.
They made rules up to keep Cincinnati out, or people like Cincinnati.
I think it's so interesting that Cincinnati is, you know, leaving to the Big 12 for quote unquote, you know, greener pastures, but yet they're ranked higher than the highest Big 12 team, Oklahoma.
Oh, it's
still not in.
Yeah, well, it's because a lot of it's that game control stat, which is a crazy thing. But like Oklahoma's has had a lack of game control, even though they've won all their games.
That is true. And the last thing before I let y'all go, man, is it was odd. Okay, look, I'm gonna ask you guys this: if let's say we had a hand raised guys round robin, and right now we invited Mississippi State, Clemson, and Penn State, and it's two, you play you play everybody, you lose 2 games, you out. How do you think that round robin would finish?
Who's in it again?
Mississippi State, Clemson, and Penn State.
Those 3 teams. Am I crazy to think Mississippi State would beat Clemson?
No, I think Clemson's the worst of the bunch right now. They can't score at all.
I think Penn State would win that round robin.
Yeah, I do too.
And yet they're not ranked, but Mississippi State 17. But, I'm going to let you guys go. You can talk about that if you guys want to, man. Keep the good show going, man.
All right. Appreciate it, Ryan.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I get that everybody gets to talking about rankings and the first play CFP or whatever the hell we call it. It's just there's still 4 weeks of games, including rivalry games and championship games. So you're going to have teams lose.
If Cincinnati's better argument will be if multiple teams in front of them lose and then somebody else just passes them, no matter what they do.
And then they got to quit playing with their food against teams like Tulane. That's the bottom line. It's not fair, but they got to go blow the hell out of people.
Yeah. I mean, they were only losing for like a minute. Like, it was
I get it. I get it. I don't, you know me, I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. I'm for a 12-team playoff and have been for a long time. That solves all of it.
It does.
By the way, ULL down 10-0 to Georgia State. Beginning to get late third.
Getting late early.
But ESPN, they don't want Cincinnati in one of those two games. They're scared to death of that.
They don't want Georgia-Cincinnati.
No, because if Georgia's up 28-0 at the end of the first, everyone's flipping the channel and not coming back. They don't want that. I get it. They want Georgia and Ohio State and Oklahoma and another big boy. That's why the 12 team is good. You get the first round where you get some Cinderellas in there, whatever. And then you get a new round with the 8, and then you still get the 4.
You have a degree from Cincinnati? Is that what we're talking about, Jim?
I think so. Either that or Liberty. Surely should have a degree from Liberty. Liberty has big online enrollment, right?
A lot of folks got degrees
It's like Liberty in southern New Hampshire, places where everybody goes.
University of Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah. ULM. Just drive through. Players are always so confused when they'll get them to test, like, hey, test the mic, count to 5. And they'll get to 5, like, you just got a degree from ULM. And they just look at you funny. It's me joking.
Masters from Cincinnati.
Oh, how about that?
Okay.
I like Cincinnati, the town. It's a cool town. Carson and I had a good time in Cincinnati.
We didn't get the full experience if we didn't do Skyline.
Yeah, we walked in. We smelled it. It smelled cinnamony.
The cinnamon's what threw you off.
Yeah. We didn't get a free degree from Liberty.
Yeah, they have like 80 or 90,000 online.
Is that right?
It's like some crazy number.
Wow. I've never been there. I've never been to Lynchburg. Can't say it's on my list of destinations. Let's see. So we'll have the MPW Digital pregame show is up. I'm gonna do it in podcast form. I'll make myself do it tonight. Not gonna be like a super sophisticated production. I'm gonna put an opening to it, then put the interviews in a row, and then I'll put an end on it. Let people listen to that. If you're driving up tomorrow or driving Saturday, that might be a good thing. Pete DeWeese was great. Ryan Brown was really good. Jeffrey was great. Ben Mintz was his usual energetic self. So it was pretty entertaining. So we'll get that to you today. Don't forget the Butcher versus the Spin Instructors up, brought to you by LB's Meat Market, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford. I think that's all that we have up. We have Tyler Siskey's call sheet picks are up on YouTube, so on this channel. So there's a lot of stuff there. Chase has a great story on Mark Robinson up at rebelgrove.com. Really well done. We got picks up. We've got I put recruiting nuggets up, or chicks or whatever we call them.
Yeah, more football tomorrow. I'll have 3-2-1 up at some point tomorrow.
There you go. So more football tomorrow. There's basketball, a little bit of basketball stuff. Ole Miss plays an exhibition tomorrow That's their opener. Their regular opener is on Tuesday. We'll have coverage of that. I'm planning to write some basketball for 10 Weekend Thoughts. We'll have basketball coverage next Tuesday. Walker's going to cover the game next Friday at home. So a lot of stuff coming your way. Ole Miss and Texas A&M next weekend. Ole Miss Liberty at 11. Chase is going to have some form of a post-game show.
We'll let you know beforehand exactly what it will look like.
And then next week we'll be back to the grind, getting you ready for Ole Miss and Texas A&M. So thanks to everybody for calling in, for being a part of the show. We'll get all this to you, and appreciate you making us a part of your week. Until next time, take care.